Nosda everyone. Hi, my name is Morten. Welcome to my channel. This video is inspired by a video made as a response to another video. So it's my video is inspired by Mike at Mike Vinyl Spiral. He made a video a few weeks ago called Not the Mank video. And the reason for this is he turned a video made by Simon at Return to Vinyl. He made a video about with a list of tasks or questions, whichever you do in a vinyl tag or a tag about Manchester. But Mike, he turned it into a tag about his hometown of Leeds. Now, of course, I am from Oslo here in Norway, and I would have loved to have made a vinyl, or in this case a vinyl CD tag about Oslo somehow, but I don't have a collection of Oslo records that would enable me to do that. So I was mulling it over for a brief second, and then I thought, what if I did a vinyl tag about one of my favorite places in the world? And then I sort of pushed it away and said, no, I can't do that, can I? For those of you who've seen my channel for a while, you know I often go on about Wales, Cymru. And I love Wales. I love its history. I love the Welsh language. I love the Welsh language. I said in a mocking tone, and now everyone will dislike me intensely for that. I've even tried to learn some Welsh. But then I thought, should I then call it the Cardiff vinyl tag? And I said, no, I can't call it the vinyl tag because I don't have enough vinyl to do this in any case. And so I guess I can call this the Welsh or the Cymru CD / vinyl tag. So I changed some of the questions to accommodate this because some of them were somewhat difficult to answer, probably a bit easier if you have the rather vast collection of Manchester bands or Leeds bands, which I guess I could have done some of those, but I wanted to do Wales because I think Wales is a wonderful country and it has some of the greatest music that I know of. So the first question was, this is a question I've transferred to my list, was show, in this case, a Welsh live album. Now that turns out to be a rather difficult because, first of all, I didn't have any vinyl to show. I would have, and in the end, I didn't have a lot of CDs to show. And one of the reasons is that two of my absolute favorite Welsh bands, which I will get back to later in this video, are the Super Furry Animals and Manic Street Preachers. They kind of swap place as far as my favorite band, but I suppose the problem in this case is that I have never heard Super Furry Animals refer or allude to any live recordings in any way whatsoever. I'm trying to look it up, but it just seems like a band who's not been overly concerned or interested in doing anything live or recording it and then putting it out. The other band, Manic Street Preachers, have said flat out they are never going to release a live album because they feel that releasing live albums is fraudulent towards their fans, so they don't have any. So I was sort of stuck with this. This is Kelly Jones, Don't Let the Devil Take Another Day. So Kelly Jones, this is a solo album from Kelly. He is, of course, the singer-songwriter from the Welsh band Stereophonics. So there you are. That's a Welsh live album. So the second task on the list that I actually also stuck to was show, in this case, a Welsh colored vinyl. And this is Super Furry Animals. This is one of the sort of EPs or 12 inches that have come out over the last few years on Record Store Day. And so this is what is a Broad Batch Rings Around the World 7-track companion album. First time on vinyl. So these are outtakes or various non-album tracks from the wonderful Rings Around the World. And it is on yellow vinyl. 3. Show a Welsh album you bought in 2024. So this is the latest solo album from Grafris, who is of course the singer-songwriter from Super Furry Animals. And it looks like a container, but then you open it up, and here is the cover as it was on CD, and I think not a different version of this album. A wonderful album from Gruff. He perhaps his most mellow album so far, and I just really enjoy it. I enjoy all the albums or all the music that Gruff makes. So that was a Welsh album from 2024. Number 4 is a question I made myself. I call it, is it Welsh? And I got 2 records to show you here. So this is Scritti Politti, and you might be thinking, well, is that a Welsh band? Well, Green Gartside, who is the man ostensibly is Scritti Politti, is a Welsh musician. He's born in Wales, so there you are. To be fair, he wasn't actually born in Wales, but his parents are from Cardiff, and I think he identifies as a Welsh person. So there you go. The other one is Howard Jones, and this is his wonderful debut album, Humans Lib, and Howard Jones is a Welsh man. So there you are. He's not very often referred to as such, I would say, but I would definitely say that he would fall into the category, is he Welsh? Or is it Welsh? Yes, he is. So my 5th question I called, is it Celtic? And so the question, is it Celtic? There are, of course, the thing about Wales is that they have their own Celtic language, which is called Welsh. But there are some other Celtic languages. I can't remember the term now. You have insular Celtic, and you had that other. So, for example, Gaelic is a Celtic language. It's from Ireland, and it's not in the same family as Welsh. And neither is the Scottish Celtic, because that's a Celtic language that came over with the Scots, who came from Ireland. But the Celtic languages that are left on the British Isles are Welsh. But there is one other language which is seeing a bit of a resurgence, and that is Cornish. And this is Le Cow by Gwenno Saunders. And Gwenno Saunders is a Cornish Welsh artist. Her father was or is from Cornwall, and her mother is from Wales. And this album, Le Cow, which means a place of memory, is sung almost entirely in Cornish. I think there is one track in Welsh, which she sings with Grafris from Super Furry Animals. But otherwise, she very consciously recorded this album as a Cornish language album, and a wonderful album. This was my first record from her. I have since bought her first and her third record as well. She has a fourth album out, I think now, which I don't yet own. Number 6, my favorite Welsh artist. Well, I would say normally I would say Gruffrys, but there is one very close to my heart, and you'll understand why in the next question. But my favorite Welsh artist will always be Cerys Matthews, of course known from the Welsh band Catatonia, and since then her various projects, some solo albums. I was going to show you her debut solo album. I have it on CD, but I can't find the bloody thing. And but Cerys Matthews has always been close to my heart ever since I, in 1996, was introduced to Catatonia at the European Film College in Ebeltoft, Denmark, by a Welsh student called Roland, who, by the way, has recently released his debut novel. Number 7, a Welsh introduction. So I was aware of Wales, probably quite early, because I've always been very fascinated by history. I'm not entirely sure who the first band or artist I knew that was Welsh or knew was Welsh was, but I think it might have been The Alarm. But my introduction to Welsh as a language on a record comes from this one. This is Catatonia's Way Beyond Blue, and like I just said in the previous question, it was introduced to me by Roland at the film college I went to, and there are songs here both in English but also songs in Welsh. Fortunately, they sort of pushed the Welsh language to the to the wayside a bit. There is an earlier EP with more Welsh on it, but by the second album I think they only had one Welsh song. And anyway, if you are keen on getting to know Catatonia, I would definitely suggest that you try this debut album, which is my absolute favorite of theirs. This is my third copy. The first one I got back from film college, and the CD was missing. And the second album I bought, I was listening to on a train ride from Denmark through Sweden. And when I got off the train, I discovered I had forgotten the CD on the train. So this is actually my third copy of this wonderful album, which I hope to own on vinyl one day. I don't have any of them on vinyl, well, except a couple of 7-inches. So as I was saying earlier, it's difficult for me to decide which is my favorite Welsh band. So this question is, what is your favorite Welsh band? And sometimes it's Super Furry Animals, but usually I will say Manic Street Preachers, because they were the first band that I really fell in love with from Wales. So I thought I'd show what is arguably my favorite Manic Street Preachers record. The harrowing and in a sense harrowingly beautiful Holy Bible, the last record as a 4-piece. Of course, you know the story. They were going to America, and one of the band members didn't show up and has been missing ever since. And I won't go too much into that in a YouTube video. So this is the limited 20th anniversary edition, and I bought this at oh god, what is it called? I think it's Spinner Records, which is currently the oldest still operating record store in the world, and it is in Cardiff in Wales. So that's also why I elected to show this as representative for my favorite band from Wales. Number 9, I called a Welsh vinyl challenge. I don't have a complete collection of vinyl discography for any of my favorite Welsh bands. Some bands I don't have anything. I, for example, haven't shown you any from another favorite band, Feeder, because I don't have any of their stuff on vinyl, and I haven't shown you any of Stereophonics, who I also have their entire discography, but nothing on vinyl. A band that I'm near having a complete collection is, of course, my other favorites, Super Furry Animals, and I just thought I'd quickly show you these. So we have this is a 12-inch of ice hockey here. So not an album, but I still really wanted to show you. This is probably this and the debut album is the ones I remember being shown for the first time when I went to that school in Denmark. And this is their debut album, Fuzzy Logic. This is Super Furry Animals Fuzzy Logic B-Sides and Besides. It was released for Record Store Day back in April of 24. Here's their second studio album, Radiator. I love this. This is one of my absolute favorite cover art of all time. And then we got Gorilla. And this is Mung. This is a 100% Welsh language album. And I could have shown this as a colored vinyl as well, because they're all white. An amazing album. The highest charting Welsh language album, most likely of all time, even in the US. Mung, by the way, means Maine. And then we got maybe their Magnus Opus or whatever you call it. This is Rings Around the World. Absolutely amazing album. It's so amazing that even Norman Maslow goes on about it quite often. This and the next one. This was recorded in surround sound. So in addition to my old CD and deluxe CD that came out at the same time as this repressing, I have a DVD of this album in surround. And after that came the, almost equally amazing Phantom Power, which is another wonderful album. It's the one that has a couple of their most beautiful songs, Hello Sunshine, and of course, Golden Retriever. It was also recorded in surround sound, so I have a DVD of it as well. It doesn't have quite the cool on-screen art going on, but still an amazing listen if you have a surround system to play it on. And then I don't have the next album, but I recently got their album Hey Venus from 2007 on vinyl, and they released one more album which I don't have on vinyl. So these are my two missing Super Furry Animals albums. If I had these, then my collection would be complete. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing a reunion with Grafferis. So the other guys are recording as Das Coolis, and Graf, as I showed you, is recording as a solo artist, and various collaborations like Neon and so on. So it's Lovecraft I'm missing as in my collection. And, oh God, what is this one called? Dark Days, Light Years. That was their final album. The next one, number 10, I call Complete Welsh CD Discography. And for that one, we return to our friends, the Manic Street Preachers. So the Manics, of course, have been around for quite a while now, and their debut album, Generation Terrorists, I have on vinyl, and I have in this nice box set. And then we got Gold Against the Soul, and another version here of the Holy Bible, or the Holy Bible. I've just been listening to John Cleese's book. And then we got their big selling album, their first as a trio, Everything Must Go. Wonderful album. And then we got This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours, another big album for them. And they followed up with Know Your Enemy and Life Blood. Manic Street Preachers is also a band that I am missing 2 albums in order to complete my discography. Except on the 14th of February, it's been pushed back a couple of times now actually. They will be releasing their brand new studio album. Then we got Forever Delayed, a wonderful compilation. You have to pay a pretty big penny for that one if you want it on vinyl. And this one is even worse. This is Lipstick Traces, A Secret History of Manic Street Preachers. It contains 35 B-sides, rarities, unreleased tracks and cover versions. So there you are. It also contains their version of the theme from MASH. I won't say the title in a YouTube video. Then we got Send Away the Tigers, with a wonderful duet with Your Love Alone Is Not Enough, with Nina Persson from the Swedish band The Cardigans. Now this one I do not have on vinyl. It Plagues Me, Journal for Plague Lovers. Actually bought this at Heathrow, coming back from South Africa. So. Then we got Postcards from a Young Man, which I recently bought on vinyl. Very nice second-hand copy, cost me a pretty penny. Then we got National Treasures, the complete singles. Very much sort of a member of a colliery band, isn't that what you call it? And this is the other one that I still don't have on vinyl, which also plagues me because I was holding this vinyl record when I was in Cardiff the last time. But I was thinking about transporting it back to Norway, and I was worried that it wouldn't survive. Why did I buy the other one? Well, it was a box set, so it was a bit more sturdy. But there's a Rewind the Film. Really nice album, this. And then we got quite experimental Futurology. And we got Resistance is Futile. Probably my least favorite of their albums. Never really got into this, so I was a bit worried. But then we got the Ultra Vivid Lament, and then of course we get a brand new album from them very soon. I just thought I'd show you my one and only Manic Street Preachers solo album, James Dean Bradfield's The Great Western. And since you are probably still watching this, hopefully, I just thought I'd show you some of my other deluxe. This is Know Your Enemy, the sort of the revamped version that came out about a year and a half ago now, I think. And we have Lifeblood, which was re-released last year along with a vinyl. And this was the 10th year collector's edition of Send Away the Tigers. And the beautiful Journal for Plague Lovers. This is, of course, where they used lyrics from their, well, departed friend or band member. And this, of course, is Postcards from a Young Man. Also on that, in a very big cardboard box. Not really that interesting as far as the extra material goes, but it has some beautiful books and old reproductions of old postcards and so forth in it. So it's a very nice box set, which I think I have a video for here somewhere. This is Rewind the Film. And then we got Futurology. Resistance is futile. Very, very handsome art though, even though it's not my favorite of their records. And finally, the Ultra Vivid Lament. The last two things I'm going to do in this video is number 11, and it's simply called Wish I Had More. I have only one CD from this band, and that's Gorky's Psychotic Mincy, which is, you know, equally fantastic if you think of Super Furry Animals. These guys just did so much exciting stuff. I have heard more of their music through streaming and otherwise, but for some reason I never got around to properly collect their records. They also sing in Welsh in between English, but yeah, I really wish I had more by these guys. And the final one, number 12, is Wish I Had Even One. And I just want to mention this band. It's Gwynedd, and it's a really, really good pop band. I actually reached out to them and got in contact with the singer-songwriter because I simply asked, I'm really into Welsh music and I would really like to do a video. But I need to be able to show a physical copy, and he said he would try to see if he could find something for me. He reached out to his record label, I think it was. There are no, he couldn't get me any copies of any. I think they have released a couple of studio albums. You can stream it, no problem, but I would normally not mention a band that I don't have any records for, because, you know, being in the vinyl community and everything, I really do want to show records. But came up short. He did send me a file so I could burn my own copy of one of their albums. However, I don't have the ability to burn any CDs anymore. Progress, so I don't have anything, but check them out and I don't know, stream it and do whatever it takes to maybe get some sort of traction. I have an alarm on eBay in case a copy shows up for sale, but no luck so far. But that's a band I really, really like, and I would recommend that you check out. Anyway, guys, this was me doing a version of a Manchester tag transformed into a Leeds tag, which this Norwegian turned into a Welsh CD / vinyl tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click like if you did. That helps, you know, the video. Please subscribe. That helps me because it makes me happy. And I hope to see you soon. I found this old Welsh rugby jersey that I haven't worn in many years because, you know, I'm not really that size anymore, but yeah, I managed to squeeze enough time out of it to put it in a video. Take care, guys. Hope to see you soon in another video. Bye.